sorry. The question was that there's some theorizing in psychology that maybe religion is something that came to us from intelligent life elsewhere, aliens, however we construe what that is. And I think the answer is kind of similar to the answer of anthropology, and that is that there's a lot going on in the human psyche. Our need for security, our need to make sense of the world that's been going on for a really long time. And we do see the development of that. We also see big shifts in how people look to a higher authority when things get scary or when they're novel or when we don't know how to make sense of our world. That's not to say that's what religion is, but the way that religion functions for us as a society changes in a way that kind of interestingly maps onto social and political realities that change. So I've heard that. Obviously we can't disprove that, but we do see the evolution of ideas of moral order and religiosity going back a long ways that didn't just show up overnight in this one sort of complicated format. I think that's a nice sort of analogy.
Yeah. I can pick up on that briefly. In terms of religious stories, there are a lot of religious stories from around the world, ancient and more recent, that have something to do with celestial bodies and mention gods and heavens and things like that. And one thing that we need to think about is we're seeing things, very much from our modern perspective. So if you guys have been camping somewhere on the most distant mountain you can find or something, somewhere far away from electricity, did you look up at the sky and go, wow, there are a lot of stars out there? And these days we've mostly relegated our understanding of the heavens to scientists, astrophysicists, astronomers, these sorts of folks. And the regular people out there, we don't really engage much with the heavens. But in the pre-modern world, when we didn't have all this light pollution, everybody saw the stars. Everybody was much more aware that there was something going on above them in the heavens, and that was their calendar. For agricultural people especially, that's how you, watching, tracking the movements of the sun and stars, is how you know when to plant. How you know when that first, last frost is about to come, and when the first frost is about to come, when you need to do all these things you need to do just to survive, to get your food, right? Even before agriculture, animal migrations, these types of things. And so it's really not a big stretch to imagine that people's stories, their religious mythologies and things would have something to do with the heavens and the movement of the stars. It doesn't really require aliens to come down to know that, the movement of Venus was important to ancient life.